this is what we're going to do first. So it's a little row of houses. I'm going to start by marking out 4 centimetre increments along my piece of paper. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 and 28. And then along this way I'm going to measure 5 centimetres just here, 5 centimetres on the other side, and then take that line all the way across those 2 5 centimetre markers. And then I'm going to measure 4 centimetre increments again. And then I'm going to measure 3 from the top of that line I've just drawn, a 3 centimetre marker each end, and join those markers up like so. And then where I've done these markers here for the 4 centimetre, I'm just going to draw a line straight up between those. So what I'm doing here is sectioning off all the houses, and then to do the roof of the house I'm going to start by doing a 2 centimetre and then 4 centimetre increments along here. That just gives me a rough marker of where the apex of the roof is going to be. And then between that marker and the first line I'm just going to draw across. So once you've done all of that, you can then have your guide ready to start drawing your houses. I did this last night and it's really relaxing to do. It's not often that we give ourselves the permission to slow down a little bit and do this kind of crafting. So I've got here a black pen, and it's a fine liner pen, and what I'm going to do is just start by drawing over the top of that line that marks out the roof of the house. So you can see here I've done a little half moon window, and then a line down like that. The door. I didn't really put an awful lot of thought into what I was drawing. I just let my imagination flow when I was doing this. Now the other thing I'm going to do is colour in quite a bit of black. So I've just got an ordinary felt pen here. And with these Lumières, where there's white on your paper, this is the bit that's illuminated by the candle or the light underneath. So the more black you have, the more that's kind of shielded from the light, and then the bits that are white, the light will shine through. So I've done a sort of a mixture of dark and light here. So for this one, for example, when the light's behind that, the windows light up. Looks like there's someone home. So this is the bit that's quite relaxing, just sitting there and colouring it all in with a black pen. So you would carry on drawing whatever you want for your house front. You can also, like here, I've made that window extend up into the roof, so you can rub out parts of the bits where your pencil lines were, and then draw in. I like that round one there, a round window. And then I've added a roof around it. So I think you probably get the idea of the drawings that you'll do to make your row of houses. You've done all your patterns and designs on the front of your house. The next thing you need to do is cut it all out. And I'm going to leave a little bit of a tab on the end here. And with that tab, it will help me close it into a cylinder. So I'll put that all the way along. You can see that when I turn that around, that little bit of a tab goes under there, and you've got a little bit of a space to put a paper clip on to hold it in position or stitch it in position. But that, because we've measured it all out, you see the houses line up nicely. I'll just finish cutting that out and you'll be able to see more clearly. What I've got here is just a baking tray, and I've got here just a little bit of vegetable oil. I'm just going to pour a little bit of that on and then spread that out with a pastry brush. And what you do is you drop your design into the oil, and you make sure that the paper sucks up all the oil. So can you see there's some white patches here? We need to get rid of those. And keep spreading the oil all over it, just till little white patches there. And there. There we go. I'm just going to turn it to the other side, just to make sure that the paper's sucked up as much oil as possible. There we go. I just need a bit of kitchen roll to dab off the excess oil. I'm just going to wipe that over. Do the reverse side as well. There we go. So what's happened here, you probably can't see this under the light, so I'm going to turn them down in a moment so you can see what's happened. It's made the piece of paper translucent, almost like vellum paper. I'm just going to turn my lights down a little bit. So it gives there we go. It gives the paper an opacity so that the light shines through. So I've got some other pictures here as well that I've done, and you can perhaps see on this one where the pen's leaked a little bit, but if I pop that under the light, but can you see how the candle's flickering? Another one here, I did a cityscape. So again, where there's windows or where there's white, the light comes through and they flicker slightly, so it looks like there's someone home. So to make this into a lumiere, what I would do is roll it round like that. And you can either use a paper clip or a pin to hold that together. Or if you don't like the paper clip or pin, you could use a needle and thread and stitch it together. And there you have your little lumiere.